Wagner with a little touch, creates a bit of space and finds the back of the net. They're 2-0 up on Northern Ireland. And it's thumped into the back of the net by Joshua Kimmich. Game, set and match to Germany. They have qualified for the World Cup finals next summer.
10 matches, 10 victories. Germany's qualification for Russia 2018 was flawless. A record-breaking 43 goals were scored as they swept aside Northern Ireland, Czech Republic, Norway, San Marino and Azerbaijan.
We won every game in the qualifiers, so we only had a few hard moments. But we are also aware that the qualifiers are not the same as the tournament matches. Playing in the actual World Cup will be something altogether different.
In the qualifying round, it was inevitable that we showed ourselves to be a strong team. Even though there were matches when perhaps we were not at our best. But of course, I was proud that I could be a part of it.
Going into their final group match against Azerbaijan in Kaiserslautern, Germany were already through as group winners, and the team's connection with its huge support had rarely been as good.
I think the team has developed well. We've brought in a lot of new young players that have integrated well. The older team members are still there on the sidelines, like Schweinsteiger, to support the younger players in the national team.
Since 2014, when we won the World Cup, there's been this good feeling building around the national team.
The strength of the team and of the coach, Joachim Löw, is that he always brings in new, young players into the team. And so on the one hand, he has his core players, and on the other hand, the young players, and that makes a great team.
Football is getting faster and faster, and the young players are doing well, mixing with the older, experienced players. They'll do a good job.
The final qualifier offered coach Joachim Löw a chance to look at his options ahead of Russia. And competition for places in the German squad is as fierce as ever.
Oh, what a goal! That's absolutely outstanding from Leon Goretzka. Emre Can will have a crack from here, and it was worth it. It's 5-1 for Germany now.
A perfect record, Germany finished 11 points ahead of their nearest rivals, Northern Ireland, with a goal difference of +39, sending a real message to their rivals. But most of Germany's squad will need no introduction. Many of them are already world champions. After a 2014 triumph that electrified a nation.
The atmosphere was brilliant. There are a lot of public viewings everywhere. And everyone was really emotional. It was incredible. And the extra time, it was like a roller coaster of emotions. It really was emotional.
We totally lost it in extra time. I can't recall the exact details. I can just remember losing my voice.
It was everywhere. All you saw was Goetze in all the papers. It was wonderful.
I travelled to Berlin with a friend, and we were at the fan mile from 7 a.m. When the team arrived, it was amazing, because we'd finally done it after 24 years. We were world champions, and the whole crowd were overjoyed. We were world champions, and it was a great feeling.
It was incredible how many people were still there after the match to welcome the team. The plane flew over the Brandenburg Gate with the team on board. That was fantastic. A really great feeling.
Germany will be one of the favourites in Russia. And ominously for their challengers, many believe that Löw's squad are now even better.
4 years have gone by, and now the World Cup in Russia is coming up. I think we've really developed as a team. Many players have really come on. Me too. I've turned 24 since then. I'm not 20 anymore. I think we'll have to show we've improved since 2014 if we're going to win in Russia.
The core of that World Cup winning team are still there. Players like Manuel Neuer, Toni Kroos and Thomas Müller.
I think a good mix is really important. We've got a lot of players who are playing all over the place at the moment. Bayern Munich, Madrid, Paris Saint-Germain. We have an incredibly strong team, and that's necessary if we're going to win the World Cup, because all the other teams will be particularly determined to beat us.
Here's Mesut Ozil. Lovely turn, beautiful goal. That was absolutely sensational from Julian Draxler.
PSG's Julian Draxler is one of a promising group of young players that Löw has introduced into the German squad in recent seasons.
Into Zane. And it's put away by Goretzka.
I think we've got a really good team that plays with a lot of feeling. We have covered all the positions and we play at a tremendous level. That's incredibly important because I think all the teams want so badly to beat Germany in this tournament. Yes, we're well prepared.
Another newcomer who's made a real impact is Leipzig's Timo Werner, a leading scorer in the Bundesliga at the age of just 21.
Playing for the national team is always special. I've had a fair bit of success, managing to score so many goals, even though I wasn't able to play in all the qualifiers. It was pretty surprising, but I'm delighted about it for sure. A lot of it was down to having really good teammates, but I did perform well and scored a few goals. That was my job.
And the header for number 4 from Timo Werner, his second of the night.
Well, I'm quick, determined and strong in the air. I'm really enthusiastic on the training pitch as well. I'm reliable and I always play for the team.
A major advantage for Germany is continuity. Joachim Löw has been with the German FA for 14 years, 12 of these as head coach.
We couldn't have built up a whole new team like this one with a new coach. A coach like him demands a lot from us, and most players realise that. It's a great advantage that we've had Joachim Löw as our coach for such a long time.
He's very pleasant and calm, with a great focus on football. He can always teach us something, even if we already know a lot and have great ability at a high level. He knows so much about tactics and the game. He's such a great coach.
It's quite a special thing for me to be working with him. He's placed a lot of trust in me over the years. He never gave up on me, even when things weren't going so well. I enjoy working with him an awful lot. We have this strong relationship based on trust.
Germany start the defence of their title at the Luzhniki Stadium against Mexico. They'll hope to return to Moscow for the final. But other group games are in Sochi against Sweden and in Kazan against South Korea.
It isn't easy. I think we've ended up in a group that could be very dangerous, even though we're the favourites. But if you want to be world champions, then you've just got to get through.
We're Germany. We could comfortably become world champions again. We might be content with a terrific semi-final, even if we had to go back home and watch the final. But it would make no difference if we lost in the final or in the early stages. They're both defeats. So we're just going all out to get that trophy.
We definitely want to defend our title and win this tournament. We know it's going to be difficult, but we've got a quality team. Let's just see what happens.
Germany have their sights set on success, But just being involved in Russia will be a life-changing experience for youngsters like Werner.
You're thrilled because it isn't something that comes along every year. It's every 4 years. It's all about the reaction from everyone around the globe. It brings out the best from the whole world. That is what makes this tournament unique. It's thrilling when you get to be a part of it. Like the times you're going through town and the lads are all cheering you on. It's such an exciting privilege. Really, it's like a dream.